Massive manhunt's underway in New York City for the gunman who shockingly killed the CEO of United Healthcare this morning. Brian Thompson was on his way to United Healthcare's annual conference when a masked gunman shot him multiple times from about 20 feet away in what police are calling a targeted attack. CNN's Bryn Gingras joins us live from New York. Bryn, are there any new details about the gunman?
Yeah, look, they are putting out police are putting out a picture of this suspected gunman, hoping that anyone can help bring in some information, some tips about this person. Let me tell you really quickly, though, Jake, first, that they have cleared the crime scene vehicle from outside where this shooting took place. Police no longer here on the scene. Of course, the investigation is still underway. Now, back to that picture, if we can bring that up to show our viewers, this is another picture that police put out on their X account, again, hoping the public can bring in some tips. We're told from sources that this picture was taken prior to the shooting at a Starbucks, really just a few blocks from where we are. And then, of course, we have seen from sources that we obtained that chilling video of this shooting taking place here at the Hilton in Midtown Manhattan this morning, where police believe this gunman waited for about 5 minutes prior to Brian Thompson leaving a hotel he was staying in across the street, heading to this hotel, the Hilton in Midtown, for an investors conference. And we see in that chilling video how the gunman walks up behind him and fires his gun, hitting him. And then we're told by sources that the gun jammed and he fires again once he loosens that jam. And then that video also shows us, Jake, that he just calmly walks away from the scene, really doesn't even run very fast at all. We're told from sources he got away by escaping through a back alley onto an electric bike, and then where police, at least to our knowledge, lost him was in Central Park. And that is where they last saw him on that bike. So a lot of investigations still going on right now. We're told that they recovered a cell phone. They're trying to use forensics to see if it tracks back to a person that helps them. Also, they uncovered shell casings here at the scene, and of course those images are being circulated. So that manhunt's still very much underway as they have cleared the scene here, though, Jake, at the Midtown Manhattan where this chilling murder happened this morning. Jake?
All right, Brent, thanks so much. CNN's chief law enforcement and intelligence analyst, John Miller, joins us now. John, you were deputy commissioner for the NYPD. Take us inside what's happening right now at the NYPD to find this gunman.
Well, it's a layered approach. As Bryn told us, you know, they lose the trail of him going into Central Park. That's not because police were on his trail. It's because, you know, you do that video canvas where you check all of the cameras, police cameras, city cameras, traffic cameras, private cameras. And, you know, the last place they see him is going into Central Park riding that bicycle he used in his getaway. So now they're working on the east side and west side of Manhattan, doing canvases for video outside the park to see where do they have him exiting the park. And then they literally continue that canvas. So they try to get an end-to-end trip and figure out where does that resolve? Does he take down the hood? Does he take off that backpack and get into the change of clothes? So that's in the hunt for him based on the video. Then there's what was left behind, of course, which is you've got 3 shell casings from the shots he fired, but the gun jams 3 times. And on the video, you see him calmly clear the jam, which ejects a live bullet onto the street. So they have 3 live bullets as well, where they can check for fingerprints and DNA. But more critically, as Bryn showed us, there's that picture in the Starbucks. He's there buying a bottle of water and 2 power bars. A bottle of water and a phone is found in that alleyway between the street where the shooting was and the next block where he hops on the bike. That bottle of water could offer DNA, could offer fingerprints, and as Bryn suggested, if they crack into that phone with NYPD's technicians, it may offer an awful lot more, including communications with people before the incident or even the identity of the owner of that phone if it's not a burner.
What are the biggest factors working against investigators right now?
The biggest factor is you have a well-disguised operator who's using a gun that apparently has a silencer, who even when it jams 3 times calmly clears the malfunction and continues shooting. It's definitely something that was planned. The idea of the backpack suggests a potential change of clothes. The getaway bike is something that could not be caught in traffic or caught up to by police. A lot of planning. So they're counting on not his planning and professionalism, they're counting on his mistakes.
This is, of course, one of the biggest cities in the world. It's incredibly congested, incredibly packed. It's peak tourist season. If you were still working for the NYPD today, What would be your message to residents and tourists this hour?
My message to residents and tourists this hour would be there's going to be the lighting of the Christmas tree. It's holiday season in New York. And this is not a random act of violence as far as we can tell. This is something specifically targeted that wouldn't affect the average person. In this investigation, and I know this is happening, they're going to be working very closely with United Healthcare saying what letters have come in, what threats, what emails where someone has said, I'm desperate, you're not helping me. There was a death in my family. I'm blaming this company. I hold the CEO responsible, and see, which of those people they want to go talk to, and which of them might or might not be connected to this, along with other things going on in and around that company.
John Miller, thanks so much.